Place, and I'm going to record our conversation.
Okay, well, then
I'm at
we're not gonna have a
I'm at 805 North Lakeside Drive, not in the state of Florida, you don't. And I'm in a public area where the public can come in. I would like a form that I never received to opt out of historical. We can stop this right here, right now, by giving me the form I never received in the mail that you can't prove was sent to me, because my neighbor did get it and said that it wasn't certified, it came regular mail. I had a mail woman at the time who would deliver me bills from the same address up on Palm Way and O Street, et cetera, et cetera. I'm ready to sell my house, and 2 realtors have told me, oh, you're in historical. Now, they're bound by certain rules. It has not benefited the way that we thought it would benefit. So right now, we can solve this by giving me a form, allowing me to opt out properly, because if my house was sold and I was in a condo, there's a special piece of paper that has bylaws and everything that you must abide by, that my mortgage company and myself must do. That was not done properly. So if we can do it properly right now, give me the form, we don't have to go any further. Can you give me that form now, and may I opt out? You're hesitating? It's your decision.
There's no form to provide you to.
Okay, how did you get everybody in historical? Wasn't there a thing that was sent out in the mail where they had to opt out? Like, I opt in with my property, I don't opt out. So I'm willing to comply with an opt-out form at this point and have it be done. But you can't provide that to me right now.
There is no such form.
Then what did you guys send in the beginning to people when you told them they were historical? And they had to comply with people like Wes Blackman, who has his own blog, calls Suzanne Squire, Weetha Peeble, and the Constitution lady out by name, sits on the volunteer board and terrorizes us. Anybody who got my little thing for my garbage cans out knew how I freaked out. So bullies don't get to be in charge.
Has nothing to do with that. and
Yes, it does, because historical is, the chairperson of historical is Wes Blackman. Do not tell me they're not connected. This is for my tape. Thank you. So you don't have a form. You don't have a form. You're all connected. Just because you pretend that you're not has nothing to do with me. So there is no form today that I can fill
To
out.
answer your question, there is no form for you to opt out
Great.
of the historic district, to my knowledge.
Okay, so I have notified you that a sale on my house would bring me less money because of the restrictions and because of Wes
You haven't
Blackman
notified
being
me
in
of
charge of
anything.
that.
You haven't notified me of anything. You just said that your house is for sale.
Right, but I never got any notification that my house had to be opted in, or I had to opt out. From what I understand, my neighbor got a letter. He went down to his bank, got it notarized that he didn't want to be historical. I never got the letter. I thought I was in a little enclave. Then all of a sudden I find out I am historical. I was not properly notified by the city, and all I'm saying is that if you give me that form now, we will not have to go forward. But you're saying there is no such form.
Who's going forward?
I am. I'm selling my house without a historical stipulation on it that was never approved by me, the homeowner, who paid for
The
it.
historic designation was done by an ordinance that the city adopted.
No, you don't
when
do
it
that.
was.
If you're in a condo and you're bound by those special bylaws, they must be introduced to the person and they must sign. You just don't get to say, hey, you're doing this. And you did at the time because my neighbors did it, said that they went down and had a letter notarized that they opted out. There's another lady, Kitty Corner, who was married at the time. She said, no, I don't have to go through that. My husband did the same thing. So let me just move along. So you say there's no form for me now to opt out. You're saying that I just was forced into this by city ordinance, correct? Did I understand you correctly?
Well, there was an ordinance that was adopted, yes, to be part of the historic.
Right, but
district.
you have no proof that I received a letter to opt out like my neighbors did.
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, you should know that. All right. Well, let's put it this way. If I were to go into a condo association, there is specifically a special piece of paper because you have to comply
I'm gonna
with the
tell you
rules.
One last time, and actually, we're going to end that conversation.
No, we're
right
going
now.
to finish this.
No, we're not.
Because,
I'm not
all right,
negating
because
you.
I make
No.
$100 an hour from this point on. If the city will not allow me to opt out, then I'm going to go to Pacific Legal Foundation. They take on legal challenges for free. Look at the condescending attitude of employees. How do you think you get your paycheck, sir? sir. So anyway, I am at $100 an hour. I'm going to contact Pacific Legal Foundation. They will take this on for free. They were given the opportunity to just give me a form to go ahead and fill it out, but they refuse. We will set a precedence, and I will not be the only one. It might be wise for you to get me a form, talk to Mr. Waters, and let me go, because I am one with a big mouth, and you do not want trouble from me. We will set a precedence. Again, I make $100 an hour. The employees are walking away from me with condescending attitudes, unrecognizing who pays their salary, and I hope it happens to their homes as well.